Hey everyone, Claymore here. Today I want to look into this wonderful tool that I have. This is a CRKT Woods Tomahawk. Let's put it here. I bought this one about 2 years ago and it has been sitting in a chest since then. And it's only been recently that I have put it into use. And when I finally got to use it, I was so impressed by how it performed. So I thought of making a video about it for those who are interested in axes, tomahawks, and stuff like this. This could be a weapon or a tool, a cutting tool. Me, I collect traditional weapons, and I am also fascinated with axes. I have a couple of axes in my collection, and I also tried axe throwing, and it was a really fun activity. And for axes, the best looking one for me is the tomahawk. I am fascinated with this traditional weapon. This one I got for $50. Bought it from Bass Pro Shop. And initially I thought that this will be just a part of my collection, and maybe as a defensive tool. That's why I kept it in our room. And then I thought that's kind of an absurd idea. I'm not gonna tomahawk anybody anytime soon. And so recently I had been pruning some trees in the backyard, and I needed something to cut these branches and make them easier for me to gather and pile up. So I was using the kukri, and it wasn't doing good enough. So I picked this one up, and man, I was amazed on how easy this one is to handle. It's got a 1055 steel, a strong steel for this kind of tool. The handle's made of hickory. Let's do some measurements here. The blade is 3.5 long. There. Should I call this width? 7.5, 7.75. And for this part here, 1.25. 1.5 inches for the hammer. How thick it is? This would be a little more than an inch. This head is secured pretty well. I don't think this is going anywhere because of this lock here, but I fear that with use this may loosen up and will have the tendency to go down this way. So perhaps if I wrap a paracord on this one, it would help in the retention. All right, we'll see about that. This is supposed to be a one-handed tool, weapon, or axe, but I'm a small guy, and well, I can wield it. The thing about this is that this handle is kind of slippery. It's so smooth. So what I did is I wrapped it with a paracord. I had to drill a hole in here so that I can insert my paracord and tie it around. By the way, this was designed by Woods Chogan. I have no idea what are his other designs are. I didn't do any research on this. I just bought it because it looks cool. I like it, and it's from a good knife company. So why don't we take this bad boy out? I've got a lot of chopping to do. So these are my adversaries today. I'm gonna chop them down and make them easier to gather. Here are some maple branches. Easy work for the T-Hawk. It's more difficult to hold the camera still though. It bites so deep. It's difficult to film while hacking. Yeah, just to show you how sharp this thing is. No problem with these 3-inch branches. Cuts clean. There. Little twigs don't stand a chance. Here's a dead tree stump. It gives some resistance because it's dried up already. Bit hard. There, no problem. Here's a maple branch. Easy, too easy. So after a grueling afternoon, this Tomahawk got to work, and I don't see any damage on the blade. No chipping, no rolling. Still sharp. No wiggling. Nothing. It stayed intact, stayed firm. Now what I'm gonna do is to address the grip issue on this Tomahawk. The hickory handle is kind of slippery and it tapers from the head down to the tip, so it kind of feels like it's gonna fly out of your hand as you hack it. Now the paracord that I put, it is also slippery and it just increased the diameter of the handle. So what I'm gonna do is to put texture in it. I'm gonna engrave it with my Dremel and create some traction on the surface of the hickory. I initially drawn some patterns on the wood, but I don't think I'll be able to follow it. This engraving process is difficult to control. I won't be able to follow straight lines on this one, so I just created random patterns on this one. I'm using the engraving Dremel bit. Eats fast into the wood. It's a random pattern, so no need for steady hands in this one. Nothing artistic on this one. Yeah, it gives some traction. Not very pretty, but the important thing is that I'll be able to grab hold of it and it will not fly when I hack this thing. I'm putting texture on this handle with a length that can accommodate my two hands. That way when I grab it, use it with my two hands, it feels more comfortable, gives me more confidence in swinging this thing. I think this should be good enough. Now for the looks department, I'm putting a paracord just below the head. I don't know if it will help in keeping the head from going down once it loosens up. Not sure of that. This is more on aesthetics purpose. So I soak the paracord wet so that it's easier to tighten. It's a black and red paracord. Make it snug and tight. There. There you go. I'm gonna tie a knot at the loose end, and there you go. Alright, now that the grip issue is settled, I'm gonna give it a little TLC. Just a light retouch on the blade so that it would be blazing sharp the next time I use it. This tomahawk came dull out of the box, so I had to do an initial sharpening on this one. I just ran it into a pull-through sharpener, and I don't intend to make it really hair-popping sharp because this is for hard use. So just a little TLC for this bad boy. Right, I guess it's good to go. So this is my CRKT Woods Tomahawk. You can call it a weapon, you can call it a tool, it doesn't matter. To me, it's just something that's super cool. Till next time, brothers.